Am I the asshole for refusing to meet my ex's affair child? Bitch, I'm not meeting your mom. I'm not meeting your dead-ass grandma if you fucking have an affair. Okay, I, female 42, was with a male 41 for over 15 years when I discovered that he's been cheating on me for roughly 5 of those years. He claims that he can't remember exactly when the affair started, but whatever. Oh no, it's not whatever, bitch, you're left. Cheating on me for 5 years? That's crazy. By discovered, I mean that his girlfriend got pregnant. They weren't using any protection. And basically told him that if he didn't tell me, she would. So he told me some lie about how it was a one-time thing, and I dug up the info that it was a multi-year affair with talk of marriage and happily ever after and so on. Meanwhile, he and I were spending tens of thousands of dollars on IVF trying to get pregnant, a story his other girlfriend apparently knew and figured would break us up, leaving him free for their dream life to commence. I never understood this whole feeling some sort of animosity towards their spouse or towards their wife for not being able to conceive or not being able to have children. Bitch, she can't fucking help that. Y'all should have had that conversation later on. And if you want to have children with someone else, then you need to leave the woman that you're with, because it's okay. I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like it's okay for that to be a deal breaker if you're not able to bear children, or if the woman wants children and the man doesn't, or if the woman wants children and another woman doesn't want to go through IVF, whatever the hell, right? So y'all have already spent, at this point, tens of thousands of dollars on the IVF process, and you go and have an affair and get this other woman pregnant. Okay. She was right, but instead of the true love she was hoping for, meaning the mistress, he broke up with her immediately. He has partial custody of the kid and pays support, and she's gone on a campaign to make my life miserable, suddenly showing up with the kid in places where I am and he isn't, spreading this whole sordid Springer-esque story around in a way that somehow makes her the victim. To be clear, she knew about me. I didn't know about her, even though she was in our social circle. So this is someone that y'all are already associated with, or somehow know one another, right? You get your mistress pregnant and you leave her. Oh no, why did you leave her? You want to go and you want to have an affair, and this is what came of it. So now you have to fucking deal with it. Why the hell would you break up with her? You wanted her so bad to sleep with her for roughly 5 out of the 15 years that we've been together. That's weird as fuck for the mistress to be popping up in places where this girl is, especially because he's not there. Whether he was there or not, bitch, don't be popping up on people's places, especially because he isn't there. And bitch, you're not the victim. Don't try to play victim now that you're left as a single mother. You knew that this man was in a committed relationship for however many years. You decided to sleep with him, and now you have a child, and now that he left you, you want to play victim. You want to act like, oh my God, poor me. I can't believe he did this to me. No, yeah, I love that. I love when you become a single parent, because you want to sleep with other people, man, and think that they're going to leave them for... If he would have... What makes you think he going to leave her for me if he hasn't already done it? What is the waiting for? Is that the anticipation? Or what exactly are we waiting for? What exactly are we hoping for while we're waiting? I'm not being with someone who is telling me, oh, I'm going to leave the person I'm with for you. Oh no, you would have been left. You wouldn't have been in a relationship at all by the time that you came and started something with me. My ex and I had been best friends since high school, and before we became a couple, we opened a store together, which has made it pretty damn inconvenient to not see each other at all. But now he wants me to be in the kid's life. He wants to bring it to the store, have me hang out with it. All right, this is intentional. You don't have to call the child it. You could say he or she. He wants me to bring it to the store, have me hang out with it, because he says we're still in each other's lives and the kid is an important part of his, and it's not the kid's fault, etc. I don't think that this child will lose anything by not knowing me, and knowing it is just a constant reminder that my ex gave away the life that he and I were supposed to have. Now I'm too old to have children, so it feels like that even if he didn't get everything he wanted, he got more than what he gave me. So I continue to insist that he keep his bastard away from me, and that I have no desire to ever meet it. Am I the asshole? If you're referring to him as your ex, meaning you guys have nothing else, the only thing that you have together is this store that you opened up, then no, you're not an asshole. You have no onus to him or his child or anything that he has going on. You don't have to meet his fucking child. You do not have to be a loving body or parent or person to this child or anything. Not that you should ever mistreat a child ever. That doesn't mean you have malice towards a child, because it is not the child's fault. But that doesn't mean that you have to encourage whatever the hell wrong he's done during your relationship. However, if you decided to be in this man's life and continue to build with him or work on y'all's relationship, you are the asshole if you are not even interested in having his child in your life. Because that's not a part of his life that you can cut out, in my opinion. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments. All right, story number 2. Am I the asshole for dreaming about cheating with my boyfriend's friend? Bitch, you know that in and of itself, bitch, you're wrong as fuck. You're the asshole. But let me read the story. Like the title says, I, 19-year-old female, recently dreamt about cheating on my boyfriend, 20-year-old male, with one of his friends, 20-year-old male. It was not a graphic dream at all. I just knew in the dream that I was cheating on him. I am just so confused because I can't stop thinking about this and feeling so guilty about having dreamt it, but also for consistently thinking about it. Let me stop you there. Bitch, if you dreamt something like that, if it wasn't something you actually wanted to do, you would have been like, oh, bitch, I had the nastiest dream. Something that I would never, ever do. Okay. But you're consistently thinking about it, and you're saying you're confused. Bitch, you might be a little bit interested in his friend, and that's wrong as fuck. Because I feel like if you're interested in your spouse's friend or your partner's friend, you don't need to be in a relationship. So whatever the fuck ain't clicking between y'all need to work on it, get it together. But when you start looking at their friends and other people, it's done. That's crazy. That's kind of like overboard. And okay, and the people who would be like, oh, it's not cheating because it's not physical, shut the hell up. Don't be fucking stupid. There's a such thing as mentally cheating. If I'm thinking about another person while we're in bed together, or if I'm texting another person, or if I'm like overly thinking about another person, I feel like that shows some sort of interest. Bitch, that's cheating. I love my boyfriend a lot, and we've been together for almost a year and a half, and I have never dreamt or done anything like this, so I don't understand why I would dream about it. His friend is handsome, but I've never ever found him attractive, so I am very confused about this dream because it is not like I've ever fantasized about him. All right. You don't have to fantasize about someone to have a crush on. If you find someone like attractive, there's a reason why you're like thinking about them or dreaming about them. Even if it's like subconsciously and you don't even like want to, or maybe you're like trying to put the thoughts out of your mind because you're like, oh no, I have a boyfriend, that's their friend, like whatever. I won't see my boyfriend until after Easter, but I want to tell him about this dream because I am a bit uncomfortable. But then again, I don't know how he would react to it. So I don't know if I should. Should I tell him or just wait till I stop thinking about this? I don't think she should tell him. Not to keep anything from him, but I just feel like some things need to be handled like internally. I feel like if she genuinely like just dreamt of the friend, maybe because they were recently hanging out, all three of them together or whatever, and she's like, whoa, like my dream took a turn, like that's not, anything that I want to pursue or go after in real life because I do have a boyfriend and I love him, then I feel like you don't have to share it and make it like this big conversation or deal, because then you are going to cause your boyfriend to think like, damn, like, dude, she got feelings for my friend. And regardless of what comes out of your mouth, that feeling is still going to sit there. So I feel like if you genuinely do not wish to pursue anything with this friend or don't look at him like that at all, I feel like no, you should not tell your boyfriend, but that is something that you need to deal with internally. If you love him, you will disregard all thoughts, feelings, whatever the hell like you had for his friend. So are you the asshole for dreaming about cheating with your boyfriend's friend? No, you can't really help what you're dreaming of. Like, if I hang out with 4 different people right now, I can have a dream about either one of them. I know people say like you can control your dreams, but I feel like sometimes I fucking can't. Like when I have a fucking bad dream or a scary dream, bitch, I'm not conjuring that up in my head. I don't want to dream about that. You can't always control your dreams. But at the same time, if these are real life feelings that you have for his best friend and you're still with your boyfriend, but you low-key have feelings for his friend, you are the asshole. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Last story number 3. Am I the asshole for setting boundaries with my mother-in-law even though we live with her? Bitch, if you live in anybody's household, there's no boundaries you can set. Okay, I won't say that. Because, bitch, if you live with somebody and they, like, walking in on you while you're in the bathroom, some things is, like, OD, even if it is your house. Don't do too fucking much. I'm 29-year-old female, and I have a 3-month-old baby. My husband is 25-year-old male. We're currently living with my in-laws while saving for a house. It's temporary, but obviously stressful. My husband just graduated college, so he is working part-time while job hunting and has interviews lined up, okay? My mother-in-law has been very involved since the baby was born. At first, I was grateful. She cooked, did laundry, and held the baby so I could shower. Okay. But lately, her help comes with constant passive-aggressive comments. Not too much, mom-in-law. If my son cries, she'll say, are you sure he's getting enough? Oh yeah, all right, yeah, calm the fuck down. If I mention his nap schedule, she laughs and says, a schedule at 3 months, good luck. If I bring up the pediatrician, she responds with, well, we don't need doctors to tell us how to raise babies. She'll also say things like, he cries because you hold him too much, or grandma will take him since mommy needs a break, even when I didn't ask. Okay, let me stop you right here. I feel like the little snarky comments, bitch, you are doing too much. You're doing way too fucking much, bitch. I don't care if I'm in your house. Don't do too fucking much. Because the way that you parent is how you parented your 25-year-old child 25 years ago. However I decide to raise my child is how I raise my child. The main issue is she doesn't respect when I say no. She'll take him out of my arms or walk into the nursery even after I ask her not to. Last week, my baby and I had a horrible day, and I finally got him down for a nap after almost an hour of rocking. I told my mother-in-law, please don't go in there, he just fell asleep. 10 minutes later, I heard the nursery door. I walked over and she was whispering to him and rubbing his belly. He started stirring. I said, please stop, he's going to wake up. She rolled her eyes and said, you worry too much. Then she picked him up because he was already awake. He immediately started crying. I snapped, not yelling but firm, and said, I need you to stop. When I say he needs to sleep, I mean it. Please don't ignore me. She got offended and said, wow, I guess I'm not allowed to do anything in my house. Okay, let me stop right here. First of all, don't take my child out of my hands. If I say no, if I say I have my child, do not take my child out of my hands. I don't care who you are. Do not take my child out of my hands. That's insane. For anyone, I don't give a damn if we're in your house or your barn, bitch. It doesn't fucking matter. Do not touch my child. There is a such thing as overstepping boundaries. It doesn't matter where you are, even if you're in your own home. If you have guests or someone living with you, family or not, there's a such thing as overstepping boundaries. If you feel like, oh, well, the baby's just crying, so I'm going to take it. No, she didn't fucking ask you to do that. If you go up to her and say, hey, you want me to help you? Then she'll let you know. But her putting her baby to sleep and putting him in the nursery and her saying, please don't go in there, he just fell asleep. Bitch, you don't tell her where the fuck to go in her own house. If she want to walk in her nursery, she can walk in her nursery. This is not your home. And that's the thing that you got to understand. If you're living with someone else, bitch, you don't control their bedrooms. You don't control where they go, what they do, how they do it, what time they do it. You do not control anything in anyone else's house. You cannot tell somebody not to go in a certain room in their house. Be so for real. But for the mother-in-law to go in there and the baby sleep and you're in there rubbing his belly and stuff, why are you messing with that baby when she just put it to sleep? That I feel like was intentional. And then to say you worry too much and then pick him up anyway, talking about he was already awake. No, bitch, you went in there and woke him up. I feel like that was a complete disregard for the baby's mom. And that's fucked up. Later, she called my husband and said I was disrespectful and ungrateful. My husband actually defended me and told her that we appreciate living here, but I'm still the baby's mom and she needs to respect boundaries. The next morning, she posted in the family group chat, it's hard being a grandma these days. You try to help and get treated like an intruder. Okay, I get it. Because as the spouse, if I felt like my mother-in-law disrespected me, I would go to my spouse and let them know, like, hey, your mom was really fucking rude earlier. So I can understand the mom going to their child, like, hey, Sarah was really rude, or Sarah was like disrespectful or whatever. But I feel like the way that this is coming off is like, I'm gonna tell my son so that he can check you because I'm his mom. No, like he the fuck said, she's the mom and you need to respect boundaries. Then you post in the family group chat, it's hard being a grandma these days. You try to help and get treated like an intruder. For you to go to anybody's group chat, I don't give a fuck if it's a family group chat. Fuck that family group chat. Because bitch, you're being indirectly disrespectful towards me. But that's why I'm like, if it's really a problem, find somebody else to live with while y'all are saving up for a house. You do not have to, okay. Let's normalize getting our own apartment and being okay with being in an apartment until we buy a home. Let's normalize not feeling like we have to go and live with one of our parents while we save up to get a home. If it's that much of trouble and hassle, I feel like get an apartment in the meantime, figure it out. No one responded. My brother-in-law texted me on the side and asked, are you okay? I'm sorry you're going through this. I know how she can be. After a bit, she texted again. I just hope my grandson doesn't suffer because someone needs control over everything. Now that, spouse, respectfully, bitch, your mom is about to get cussed. I won't cuss your mom out, but she has one more time. She has one more fucking time. You can, as a parent, push people to their limits. And yes, you should respect your parents, your mother-in-law, your father-in-law, your brother-in-law, sister, whoever the hell. But respect goes both ways. You hope your grandchild doesn't suffer? She should have said, bitch, I hope you don't suffer because you'll never see him again. Hello? then you're looking fucking stupid because you want to be rude and nasty to his mother, the person who brought him into this world. My husband responded, Mom, stop. Nobody is keeping him from you. You need to respect our routine and stop undermining her. Mother-in-law replied, if it doesn't apply, don't take it personally. Oh my God. Okay, so you just catty with everybody. Mad. Because nobody else is responding. No one else is entertaining you. And the son checked you. Now the house is tense and awkward, and I feel like the family thinks I'm a controlling hormonal mom. I feel guilty because it's her house, but I also feel like basic boundaries shouldn't be controversial. Am I the asshole? No, I don't think you're the asshole. I do not think you're the asshole at all. I think that you absolutely can still have boundaries. Just because you live in someone's house doesn't mean that your respect goes out of the window. Doesn't mean that your privacy goes out of the window. Doesn't mean any of that. I think the only thing that she was really wrong about is telling her not to go into the nursery. You can't tell nobody where to go in their own house. I mean, I completely understand you don't want her to wake up the baby, but at the same time, it is her house. Like, you can't, Edit number 1, I work full-time from home. I'm able to take care of the baby that way, okay? Number 2, we did live in an apartment before moving into the in-laws' house, but they convinced us it would be better financially to be there, which is true. Okay, I understand that too. I have a friend who lived in an apartment, recently got married, and had a baby, and she now lives with her husband's family. I think they're looking forward to getting their own place, but they did say that financially it is a lot better. So I completely understand. And I know that it is probably hard saving for a house when you live in an apartment and you're paying bills every single month, including expensive ass rent. But I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like I'm not gonna compromise my peace or my happiness or my comfortability or my privacy for someone who doesn't respect boundaries. Okay, and then the last thing she put is, we didn't just up and move as soon as we found out I was pregnant. We moved in on December 29th, 2025, and I gave birth in January. Found out I was pregnant May 2025. We haven't even been there for 4 months. So this is kind of new. Okay. That's cool and all. Well, I've said my piece on the story. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next video.